Hello, and thank you for purchasing the Wible Woodworks iconic Taco Bell inspired coin drop spinner game. Outlined on this table before me is all of the pieces that are going to come in this kit, and I'm going to go through all of the pieces of what they are and how to assemble it for you. So looking out here of what we got when we unbox everything, you're going to have two pieces for the top and the base. You're going to have the sides, the main acrylic pieces, two of those. You're going to have 5 acrylic shelves, an acrylic retaining ring, the center acrylic rod, and the top spinner handle. Now all of these pieces are precisionally measured and cut out to be able to slide together with a tight fit, and there should be no tools required for this. All right, so let's start with the center rod and our base piece here. So your base piece is twice as thick as the top and it doesn't have the coin slot holes. You're going to grab your acrylic rod and you're going to start sliding on the shelves. So now all of these are tight enough to be able to be slid on, but not loose enough to where when this spins that these slide around. So they are tight and they're supposed to be tight. So your bottom piece, you're going to want to start just about 2 inches off the bottom. Now there is no official dimensions or measuring or anything like that. You just want to kind of eyeball everything. So start with your lower piece there and then start sliding on all of the acrylic pieces here. I'd say the best guesstimate is about 3 to 4 inches apart, and you want to angle them about 45 degrees from the previous one below it, just so that when it's turned, if there's enough of a drop between shelf to shelf. I'm going to start putting these on, spacing about 45 degrees apart from each one. You can kind of see the spacing on the side here. You can make it easier or harder depending on how you angle them and everything like that. So that looks about good. So you want to make sure that all of them are evenly spaced. They have a good amount of rotation between one and the other one, but there is nothing official that goes, it's just all do it by eye. They slide around easy. They're easy to put on. And there you go. So what you're going to do is put that in there and just let it sit for a minute. You're also going to take this retaining ring and put that on here. Just slide it on the top and leave that there for a moment. Now let's start with the sides. So there are 2 sides. One you'll notice has a open slot. You're going to make sure that that is going to be in wherever the rear is. If you're displaying this somewhere, that's to get coins out. Now this is press fit, so the tolerances are very tight, and it does take a little bit of wiggling to get these in the first time. Just kind of make sure it fits in the slot. Adjust the acrylic a little bit and kind of press down. You will need to adjust it slightly, and then you will feel it drop into place. So that one is in. You can see that the coin shelf or the release slot on the bottom is open and can do it there. Next we'll put on the other piece from the side. These do take a little bit of wiggling. Okay, we got both halves on. You'll see that there is a seam on either side. This is designed in purpose just to have the most affordable and the most disassemblable piece so that you can take this to trade shows, you can take it to work wherever, and have it be able to be set up and set back. Okay, now you're going to take your top piece and you're going to put it over the top and align up all of the open slots to the top. Now, getting the top on does take a minute or two just to make sure everything lines up. And another thing that I would recommend is that look for the opposite of the coin release slot and put the coin drop holes on the opposite side. So that way, for aesthetic purposes, customers or people playing the game aren't looking at the coin release hole, which would be in the back. For the retaining ring up top, make sure that it is a little bit above the edge of the acrylic sides, just so that when you press the lid on, it presses it down, and it makes it so that when players are playing and spinning, that they can't pull it up out of the bottom hole, as that does tend to happen. So set that in there, and let's get the top on. All right, once you get the top on, you'll notice that that retaining ring is tight against the top of the lid. You can no longer pull that rod out, and the rod spins freely now. The last thing you need to do is take your top cap. It is just pressure fit. Just put it on the top, give it a slap, and you are done. You are now ready to play the Taco Bell inspired coin drop spinning game. Players can drop the coins in from the top, and you try to work your way down. This is great for promotion, activation, anything you guys want. If you do look inside, you can adjust the fins at any point just to see what you like, but that is the build and assembly of this product. All right, now to give a little demo on how this works. This game can be easy or hard depending on how you spaced out the shelves and the angle that you did the rotation on the shelves. You can use any coins, you can use money, you can use wooden coins, promotional coins, whatever you as your business or whatever you guys are doing to do that. Put a coin in the shelf, and the goal is to get it to land on the shelves and spin your way to the bottom. It's very complicated, it's very fun, it's very addicting. This draws people in because they want to play it. I hope you guys enjoy this and have a great time. If you need to disassemble and are ready to disassemble your game, do so a little bit carefully as the tolerances on the top are pretty tight and you can do some tear out on the wood. So start by removing the top handle, slide the rod up as high as you can, give it a twist, pull it off, and then just give it some taps from underneath on the wood to remove the top, and then you can remove all of the interior pieces and go from there. If you came across this video and you're looking to purchase these plans, you can go into the description and the link below and find the link to purchase this product directly from me. It is much appreciated. We are a small business. Every one of these is made by me by hand, so much appreciated.